Welcome, guys. Today, I'm going to clear up a big debate about which operating system is better, Linux or Windows. We'll break it down by looking at key factors that make one operating system stand out over the other. And yes, there will be no mercy. By the end of this video, you'll know which system is best for you and which one might end up on your backup list. The first aspect we'll be examining is performance. Linux is like that efficient roommate who cleans up after themselves, using less memory and fewer system resources, which helps it run smoothly, even on older machines. Plus, you can easily strip away unnecessary features to make it even faster. Windows, on the other hand, is more like that roommate who leaves a bunch of things running in the background, slowing down the whole place. So in terms of performance, Linux definitely takes the crown. Next up is user interface and user experience. Windows is like that reliable friend who shows up to your party with everything you need, polished, consistent, and super user-friendly. It's easy to navigate, requires almost no setup, and can run all your favorite apps right out of the box, while Linux is fantastic for customization. You can tweak nearly everything to make it just the way you like it. But for beginners, learning to use it is a bit like deciding to hike Mount Everest. So when it comes to user experience, if you just want to get things done without needing a degree in computer science, Windows wins this one, hands down. Now let's talk about security. Linux is like that overprotective parent who doesn't let you have all the keys to the house. By default, it limits what can happen, making it tough for viruses to sneak in and cause chaos. Plus, it's open source, which means a whole squad of tech detectives is out there hunting down and fixing security issues before hackers can do any real damage. Windows, on the other hand, is more like the superstar everyone's trying to hack. It's popular, so naturally, it's a big target for malware and ransomware. You'll need to keep up with constant updates and rely on third-party antivirus software just to stay safe. Linux provides a more secure environment, especially for those who know how to navigate the system. So, in terms of security, Linux is way ahead of Windows. Let's talk about software compatibility. Now, software compatibility is the ability of a software to run smoothly on a specific operating system or hardware without issues. For most popular programs, games, Adobe, Microsoft Office, and the stuff we can't survive without, Windows is like the universal remote. It has more developer love, meaning you'll usually find what you need, install it, and boom, you're good to go. On the other hand, Linux is more like that quirky cousin who's really into indie films and obscure bands. It's amazing in its own way, especially with open-source software. But if you want mainstream apps, you might need a bit of creativity to make these applications work for you. For everyday users, Windows is the plug-and-play superstar, while Linux might have you Googling how to make this work. So, Windows is a better option in terms of software compatibility. Next up is customization and flexibility. In Linux, you've got a variety of desktop environments, themes, and software options to play with, allowing you to tweak every corner of your system until it's exactly the way you want. Want your terminal to look like something straight out of The Matrix? Done. Want buttons in weird places? Sure, why not? With Linux, you can modify almost anything. Plus, there are distributions for pretty much everything, from ethical hacking to making your old laptop feel young again. Windows, on the other hand, is more like a pre-packaged meal. It focuses on a consistent, standard experience, which can feel a bit like a no customization zone for those who love to tinker. If you're into personalizing every nook and cranny of your system, Linux gives you the keys to the kingdom, while Windows hands you a key and keeps most of the doors locked. But in short, there's no doubt that Linux offers greater customization than Windows. When it comes to gaming, Windows is the clear MVP. It offers wider game availability, better performance, and optimized drivers, supporting all major platforms without compatibility headaches. You install, hit play, and there you get your smooth gameplay. Linux is the scrappy underdog making progress with tools like Proton, but it still faces challenges, especially with anti-cheat systems. While Linux is leveling up, Windows remains the go-to for a seamless gaming experience, with better hardware support and fewer roadblocks. When it comes to cost and licensing, Linux is like that generous friend who says, "Take what you want, it's on me." Linux is mostly free and open source, meaning you can download, modify, and share it without ever seeing a price tag. You've got a buffet of distributions and software with zero license fees, so your wallet stays happy. But for Windows, you need a paid license just to get in. And once you're inside, don't be surprised if you're hit with extra costs for updates and software, because nothing good comes for free. Many Windows programs bring their own licensing fees too, which adds up fast. So if you're trying to keep costs low while still having a powerful OS, Linux is the obvious budget-friendly hero, while Windows, well, let's just say it's got premium pricing. Now let's talk about community and developer support. Linux has a vast, active community of users and developers who contribute to forums, documentation, and software projects. Many Linux distributions are backed by passionate volunteers who provide regular updates and support. In contrast, while Windows has official support from Microsoft and a large user base, its community interactions are often less collaborative and more focused on troubleshooting through official channels. This makes Linux a more engaging and supportive environment. And there you have it, folks. Your clear winner of the debate. But whether you are Team Linux or Team Windows, it all comes down to what suits your needs best. Remember, there's no shame in having a backup OS. We all have a favorite. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more tech debates, and drop a comment on which OS you're backing. See you until next time.